Ladies and gentlemen, today we stand at a crossroads in our lives, and the road ahead may seem uncertain, challenging, or even daunting. But it is in these moments of challenge that we discover the most profound truths about ourselves. It is in the moments when we feel broken, lost, or uncertain that the opportunity to rebuild ourselves emerges. Rebuilding is not a simple process. It requires intentionality, discipline, and vision. You cannot rebuild yourself by mere chance. You cannot stumble your way to greatness. Greatness is a result of purpose, a result of your ability to understand your true identity and then align every action you take with the greatness that already lies within you. It is essential to first understand that you were created with a unique purpose. The very essence of who you are is not defined by your failures, your mistakes, or your past. It is defined by your potential, your calling, and your ability to change. The first step in rebuilding is recognizing that you have the power to change. Too often we find ourselves trapped in the comfort of what we know, even if it no longer serves us. We are creatures of habit, and we tend to remain in familiar patterns even when those patterns are destructive. But in order to rebuild, we must break free from those cycles. Rebuilding requires you to acknowledge that change is necessary and that you are capable of it. But change doesn't happen overnight. It's not a magic trick. It's not a simple decision you make one day and suddenly everything is different. Rebuilding begins with one of the most important steps, self-awareness. You have to be willing to look at yourself honestly, not through the lens of judgment, but through the eyes of opportunity. Self-awareness means taking stock of who you are, and where you want to be. It means recognizing the gaps between the life you're living and the life you were created to live. And it's only when you have this awareness that you can make conscious decisions about what to rebuild, what to discard, and what to transform. You may be asking yourself, what exactly do I need to rebuild? This is a crucial question, and it requires a deep, honest reflection. You are more than your job, your relationships, or your past. You are a whole being comprised of mind, body, spirit, and soul. When one part of your being is out of alignment, it affects every other part. Rebuilding yourself involves bringing all parts of your being back into alignment with your true purpose and your divine design. It's about renewing your mind so that your thoughts are aligned with your highest potential. It's about rejuvenating your spirit so that you are strong and unwavering in your faith. It's about caring for your body so that you have the energy and vitality to carry out your purpose. And it's about nurturing your soul so that you remain grounded, peaceful, and fulfilled. Rebuilding also requires letting go of the things that have held you back. The past, your past mistakes, your failures, your wounds. They don't define you. They are simply parts of your story, but they are not your identity. Too many of us live in the shadow of what happened before, as if it is a permanent condition, a part of who we are. But if you want to rebuild, you must refuse to let your past hold you hostage. You must release yourself from the chains of regret, guilt, and shame. You cannot build a strong foundation while still clinging to the rubble of your past. Your past has prepared you, but it does not dictate your future. Your future is determined by the choices you make today, and today is the day to decide that you will no longer be defined by what you've gone through, but by what you're going to. Now, rebuilding requires a shift in mindset. It demands that you elevate your thinking. The world around us is constantly telling us what we should be, what we should have, and who we should aspire to be. But in order to rebuild, you must tune out those external voices and begin to listen to the voice within. It is your inner voice, the voice of your true self, that will guide you through the process of transformation. And the first thing your inner voice will tell you is this: you are more than capable. You were not made to live a life of mediocrity. You were designed for greatness, to rise above the ordinary and reach the extraordinary. but you must believe it. You must believe that the greatness you seek is already within you. The process of rebuilding is also about developing resilience. Life will not be easy. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and challenges. But every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Your ability to bounce back, to rise again after falling, is what will determine your success. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when things get tough. It's the determination to move forward despite the obstacles that may be in your way. When you rebuild yourself, you build your resilience, and resilience will carry you through the darkest of days. Rebuilding is also about vision. You must have a clear vision of the life you want to create. Vision is not just about seeing where you want to go. It's about creating a blueprint for how you will get there. It's about aligning your actions, your thoughts, and your emotions with the vision of your future. The clearer your vision, the more focused you will be on the steps that will take you to that future. And as you take one step at a time, you will begin to see the pieces of your life come together. But vision alone is not enough. It takes action. It's easy to dream, but it's the actions you take, the decisions you make daily that will determine your success. Each day you must wake up and make the choice to move closer to your vision. Rebuilding is not a passive process. It requires effort. It requires commitment. It requires that you take the necessary steps, even when it's hard, even when you don't see immediate results. Finally, I want you to understand that rebuilding yourself is a process, not a destination. It's a journey that continues throughout your life. There will always be room for growth, for improvement, and for transformation. The beauty of rebuilding is that it never ends. As long as you are alive, you have the opportunity to continue rebuilding, to continue growing, to continue evolving. Your potential is limitless, and there is always more to discover about who you are and what you are capable of. So today, I encourage you to take that first step. Begin the process of rebuilding yourself. Let go of what no longer serves you. Renew your mind, body, and spirit, and align your life with your true purpose. Know that you are capable of becoming the person you were always meant to be. Rebuild yourself, and in doing so, you will rebuild your future. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. The life you were designed to live is waiting for you. Step into it with confidence and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. Embracing the power of change begins with understanding that change is not just an external process, but an internal one. The foundation of transformation lies in your willingness to shift your mindset and approach life with a new perspective. Change is inevitable. It's the natural rhythm of life, the force that propels us forward, yet many resist it. People often fear change because it takes them out of their comfort zone. Comfort becomes a prison when it keeps you from realizing your full potential. To rebuild yourself, you must first embrace change, not as something to fear, but as something that has the potential to shape you into the person you are meant to become. The process of transformation starts with the recognition that you are not bound by your circumstances. Your current reality does not have to dictate your future. Change requires a decision, a choice to rise above your present limitations. When you truly understand this, you'll see that change is not something that happens to you. It's something you allow to happen through you. Change begins with your willingness to grow, to learn, and to evolve. It requires the courage to face the unknown, to challenge your old ways of thinking and behaving, and to embrace the discomfort that often accompanies growth. Too often we become so attached to the way things are that we resist any attempt to alter our path. We hold on to old habits, beliefs, and mindsets that no longer serve us. This resistance keeps us stagnant, preventing us from reaching our true potential. Embracing change requires letting go of the familiar and stepping into a space of uncertainty. But it is in this space that real growth happens. When you allow yourself to evolve, you begin to tap into untapped strengths and abilities. Change forces you to rethink what is possible, and it opens doors to new opportunities that you would have never seen otherwise. It's important to recognize that change is not always about immediate results. It is about progress, and progress happens in stages. Change is a journey that often requires patience and persistence. Rebuilding yourself is not a quick fix, but a continual process of growth and renewal. Every small step you take in embracing change adds up, and over time you'll begin to see the powerful transformation that was always waiting inside of you. Change doesn't just transform your circumstances, it transforms you. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of any transformation, and it is the starting point of rebuilding yourself. Without a true understanding of who you are, it is impossible to align your life with your purpose. Most people go through life unaware of their strengths, weaknesses, desires, or even their potential. They live according to external influences or expectations, but they rarely stop to ask themselves, who am I really, and what do I want from life? This lack of awareness keeps them trapped in patterns that don't serve them and prevents them from realizing their full potential. To rebuild yourself, you must first have the courage to take a step back and look at yourself with an honest, clear perspective. Self-awareness is not about judgment, it is about understanding. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone and confront aspects of yourself that you may have ignored or denied. It means taking an inventory of your thoughts, your actions, and your reactions. It's about understanding why you think the way you do, why you make the decisions you make, and why you respond to certain situations in particular ways. Once you have this awareness, you can begin to make conscious choices that align with your true purpose instead of continuing to live on autopilot. This process also involves identifying the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. Self-awareness means acknowledging the areas of your life that need attention, whether it's your relationships, your career, your health, or your mindset. When you are aware of these areas, you are better positioned to make intentional changes. But self-awareness is not just about recognizing what needs to be fixed. It's also about acknowledging your strengths and gifts. It's about understanding what you are naturally good at and how those gifts can contribute to the world around you. Often, self-awareness requires reflection, introspection, and even feedback from others. It requires you to step outside of your ego and be open to growth. It's easy to overlook areas of weakness or blind spots, but true self-awareness helps you to see those areas and embrace them as part of the process of growth. With a deeper understanding of yourself, you can make decisions that serve your purpose and move you closer to the life you were created to live. Letting go of the past is one of the most difficult but essential steps in the process of rebuilding yourself. Many people remain anchored to their past experiences, allowing their mistakes, regrets, and pain to define their present reality. The weight of what has happened to them can become a heavy burden, one that influences their decisions, their relationships, and their outlook on life. The past can easily turn into a prison if we allow it to control our mindset. To truly rebuild yourself, you must first understand that while your past has shaped you, it does not have to confine you. Your future is not determined by what has already occurred, but by the choices you make today. Releasing the past involves letting go of old narratives that no longer serve you. Too often, people define themselves by their failures or the mistakes they made in the past. They believe that because they failed once, they will always fail. They think that because they were hurt before, they will be hurt again. This mindset locks them into a cycle of limitation and prevents them from fully embracing the opportunities that lie ahead. The key to breaking this cycle is to stop seeing yourself as a product of your past and start seeing yourself as a person capable of growth, change, and renewal. Letting go also means forgiving yourself. Many people carry the weight of guilt or shame, whether for actions they took or situations beyond their control. These feelings can be paralyzing, preventing them from moving forward. But to rebuild, you must learn the art of self-forgiveness. You must recognize that you are not perfect and that mistakes are a natural part of the human experience. Forgiveness frees you from the emotional chains of your past, allowing you to embrace the present with a sense of peace and possibility. Additionally, letting go means severing ties with toxic relationships or negative influences. Some people hold on to relationships or friendships that are no longer beneficial simply out of fear of change or the unknown. These relationships often drain energy, reinforce negative patterns, and keep you stuck. To rebuild, you must be willing to release the people or situations that no longer support your growth. It's important to surround yourself with those who uplift you, encourage your dreams, and challenge you to be better. Releasing the past is not an act of forgetting. It's an act of empowering yourself to move forward with clarity and purpose. Resilience is the backbone of any journey toward rebuilding yourself. Life is unpredictable and challenges will always arise. It's not a matter of if, but when you will face difficulties. The true test of your ability to transform and rebuild lies not in avoiding hardship, but in how you respond to it. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to continue moving forward, and to remain steadfast in your pursuit of growth despite the obstacles that may arise. It is about cultivating a mindset that refuses to be defeated by adversity and instead uses challenges as opportunities for growth. To build resilience, you must first develop the right mindset. It starts with understanding that challenges are not permanent. Hard times may feel overwhelming in the moment, but they are temporary. Resilient people know that setbacks are simply a part of the process of growth, and they refuse to let these temporary setbacks define them. They do not see obstacles as barriers, but as stepping stones toward a greater version of themselves. They understand that their ability to keep moving forward is what ultimately determines their success. Resilience also involves emotional strength. It's easy to become discouraged when things aren't going the way you envisioned. There may be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of your struggles becomes too much to bear. But in those moments, resilience asks you to dig deeper and find the strength to keep going. It is about embracing your emotions, whether it's frustration, sadness, or fear, and using them to fuel your determination. A resilient person doesn't suppress their feelings. They acknowledge them, but they don't let them control their actions. They recognize that their emotions are temporary, and they choose not to let them dictate their choices. Another key aspect of resilience is the ability to adapt. Life is full of unexpected twists, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. Resilient individuals understand that flexibility is essential to overcoming challenges. Instead of clinging to rigid expectations or plans, they are open to adjusting their course and finding alternative solutions. They do not allow setbacks to derail their progress. Instead, they adapt and find new ways to continue on their journey. This adaptability makes them stronger as they learn to navigate through uncertainty with confidence and perseverance. Lastly, resilience is about perseverance. Even when progress feels slow or invisible, resilient individuals keep pushing forward. They trust the process, knowing that every small step is leading them closer to their goal. Creating a clear vision for your future is one of the most powerful steps you can take in the process of rebuilding yourself. A vision serves as a guiding light, providing direction and purpose in everything you do. Without a vision, you are simply drifting, responding to circumstances instead of creating them. A clear vision allows you to focus your energy and efforts toward a specific goal, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your deepest desires and values. It serves as a map that guides you through the journey of transformation, helping you stay on track when challenges arise. The process of creating a vision begins with identifying your core values and desires. What do you truly want for your life? What are the things that light you up and fill you with passion? These are the building blocks of your vision. Too often, people chase after goals that are shaped by societal expectations or the desires of others without ever considering what they truly want. A clear vision requires you to take an honest look at what matters most to you and build your life around those values. It's about designing a life that is authentic to your true self, not one that is based on external pressures or fleeting desires. Once you've identified your values and desires, you must begin to craft a vision that reflects them. This vision should be vivid and specific, painting a clear picture of what you want your future to look like. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful or I want to be happy. You must define what success and happiness look like for you. What kind of life do you want to live? What impact do you want to have on the world around you? Your vision should excite you, challenge you, and inspire you to take action. It should be big enough to stretch you, but grounded in your reality so that it feels both achievable and worthy of your efforts. A clear vision is also essential for maintaining focus. In life, distractions are everywhere. There will always be things that try to pull you off course, whether it's negative influences, self-doubt, or unexpected setbacks. But with a strong vision, you can filter out the noise and keep your attention on what truly matters. Your vision becomes a filter for the decisions you make, helping you to prioritize what will move you closer to your goals and let go of what no longer serves you. Having a clear vision helps you stay motivated even when the path is difficult. It reminds you why you started and keeps you moving forward even when progress seems slow. Rebuilding yourself is a deeply transformative and empowering process. It is a journey that demands courage, commitment, and clarity. Every step in this process, from embracing change and developing self-awareness to letting go of the past, cultivating resilience and creating a clear vision, serves as a building block that helps you reconstruct your life from the inside out. The beauty of rebuilding yourself is that it is not a one-time event. It is a continuous evolution, a constant refinement of who you are meant to become. As you embrace change, you open the door to new possibilities and growth. Change is not something to fear, but something to embrace, as it allows you to step into a future full of potential. Through self-awareness, you gain the insight necessary to align your thoughts, actions, and decisions with your true purpose. This understanding of yourself empowers you to break free from the limitations of the past and move forward with confidence and intention. The past, with all its triumphs and failures, may have shaped you, but it does not define you. By letting go of past hurt, regret, and pain, you free yourself to create a future that is not restricted by past mistakes. Resilience is the muscle that helps you endure life's inevitable challenges. It is the strength to rise again when life knocks you down. By cultivating resilience, you learn to adapt, persevere, and grow stronger with each obstacle you encounter. It is the foundation that will support you when the road becomes difficult. And with a clear vision, you give yourself the clarity and focus needed to stay on track. A vision acts as your compass, guiding you through the unknown and keeping you aligned with your higher purpose, even when distractions arise. The journey to rebuild yourself is not easy, but it is worthwhile. It requires patience, persistence, and unwavering belief in your own potential. It requires a mindset that is open to learning, growing, and evolving. But most importantly, rebuilding yourself is about taking ownership of your life and shaping it in a way that reflects your truest and highest potential. It is about not allowing life to simply happen to you, but making a conscious decision to take control of your. As you go through this process, remember that you are not defined by your circumstances. You are not limited by your past, and you are not bound by what others say you can or cannot do. You have the power to create the life you desire, to rebuild yourself into the person you were always meant to be. It all begins with you making the choice to take the first step, to believe in your potential, and to commit to the journey of transformation. Rebuild your mind, your body, and your spirit. And watch as your life unfolds in ways you never imagined possible. The process may be challenging, but the rewards of rebuilding yourself, greater clarity, fulfillment, strength, and purpose, are worth every effort.